And of course, no hearts. I'm going to die somehow or other, and it is going to be hilarious for everyone but me. Anyway, now there's this rock sirloin, which I find funny. It's a rock that looks like it's a meat, I guess. Well, I don't guess, that's what it is. And, okay, you have to throw things up inclines in this game, except that... I have this weird impression that this is breakable, but I don't think it is. It's almost like practice for something you're gonna have to do later, but I'll get into that when I get into that. Great. 2 1/4 hearts. Better than what I had earlier, which was 1 3/4, but less than stellar. I need to kill some of those woofoses. Some of them kill, some of them kill 3 hearts. Yeah, some of them drop 3 hearts when you kill them if you're low hearts or if you're high hearts. Not sure if it's ever happened to me while I was completely full, but it wouldn't surprise me. So I would have 200 rupees by now and be able to get the biggest bomb bag if I had not bought those maps from Tingle, but first, the maps are more helpful, and second, the bomb bag isn't helpful at all, and I'll be getting at least 50 rupees that would other... I don't know, I guess they wouldn't have been wasted since I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to think of tangents that might fill up time while I'm doing this really boring stuff at the beginning. But anyway, if you had been more of exploring... Okay, no, if I didn't want to answer your call 10 minutes ago, I'm not going to want to now. Of course, things never change at time. Whoa, ho, ho. Up here, up here. I'm sorry to bother you from such a high place, but I'm very hungry. I've gotten stuck here. Would you like a rock sirloin? Well, that's it. It's so good I dream about it. Dodongo's Cavern's finest quality rock sirloin. Why was it in a chandelier? This is my absolute favorite. Flesh should be this meal. Chomp, chomp, chomp. And of course, you're obscured. You can't see him actually eating it because Gorons are a perplexing race considering they all seem to be male and they eat rocks. And for some reason, they can spin dash and grow facial hair despite apparently being made out of rocks, or at least looking like it. Oh man, he has returned to me. I'm coming down now. Wait one moment. Your potential energy was always there, honey. It was gravity-based. You could have come down anyway, but oh well. And why do you have a frog on your head? Are you big, the Goron? Probably not. You got a frog hat. It looks like, oh, it just looks like the conductor of the frog choir. Oh, that's good to know for future references. No one would even think twice if I was to direct the frog choir. Oh, what a useful mask. What a useful mask. And it is every bit as useful as it sounds. Well, okay, actually you can see this, and I'm going to ungoron just so it looks better. Anyway, this row of masks is sort of like the initial Star Fox team. There's a fox, a bird, which would be Falco, a rabbit, which would be Peppy, a frog, which would be Slippy, and a pig, which would be Pigma, who was initially part of the Star Fox team. I assume that's somewhat intentional. Of course, there are also themes like dead guys down here, and that could just be animals. Well, there's also other... I like going on tangents way too much, and I can talk about that when I actually get any of the masks I'm going to refer to in that discussion. And wow, it took way too long to get here. Anyway, this area is fun. I think it might have a heart piece in it. I'm certain it has a heart piece in it, but you need a hook shot to get it. Oh boy, magic. I mean, magic is useful when you're doing the Goron roll. Luckily in this game you don't take damage from falling into pits, which I don't fully understand, but that's cool. Whoops. Well, I was lucky I landed that, and less lucky that there was a totally blind turn there. I actually think I did have... Well, I thought that would have messed up my trajectory, but anyway, yeah, this is a pretty simple part. I just realized I forgot to get the owl statue in the mountain village, but it doesn't really matter since it doesn't matter. I'm going to be here for the next while anyway. Anyway, there's a mysterious wind coming from somewhere if you use the lens of truth. you can see that is in fact a big Goron blowing wind at you, which is a bit wonky, but this actually is a pretty clever puzzle in my book, along the lines of having to wake up that Deku in the Skulltula house. No. Use the Goron's lullaby to make all nearby Gorons go to sleep, and guess who that includes? Apparently not him, because I wasn't close enough. Oh, what's that? There, can't you see it? Why did it make the dingle? Okay, fine. And I could bottle that fairy, but really it doesn't matter. There's... Well, I should just collect it since I'm so low on health. Hopefully it won't run away or anything. Fairy, 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 fairy. Why didn't you not fall asleep, you jerk? Okay, fairy, you're a jerk. Okay, I'm seriously confused. That's what you have to do. There is nothing I missed in this part. I'm not wondering with wonderment and confusion. I am absolutely positive I am doing this correctly. I have the full song. I don't know what I'm assuming. This is being difficult. Do I? Oh, I probably have to do it with the thingy. No, it doesn't let me. Oh, duh. No, actually, it's not even a duh moment because it doesn't seem very intuitive considering the power is supposed to be in the melody. As the Song of Jigglypuff tells us, you have to use the magical Goron drums to make the Gorons fall asleep because for some reason the ocarina, which can warp you through time, doesn't cut it. The Gorons just don't like magical melodies with that instrument. It's so stupid. You don't need to be a Deku to make the Deku's Deku, but whatever. That was probably the dumbest thing ever. It took me 40 minutes to get it from up to here. It's really not so great. But oh well, I'm sure you guys won't mind the new content, and since I'm not on a 1 per day schedule anymore, it's not like it really should affect you in any way, and honestly, it shouldn't affect you too badly. Anyway, but I know the feeling of being upset if can't think of any specific examples, but I can imagine it would be annoying if someone was taking too long to do things that weren't terribly entertaining as I'm doing right here. And why did that happen? See, that's sort of my commentary style. I just keep tacking and onto things until I finally have something happen to me. It made it sound all natural or psychic or something, but oh, now I get a heart, and now I fall to my death, and I have to go through the first part again. This is not just the Let's Play curse. I am kind of bad at getting up this. I'm gonna be 100 times worse since I'm focusing on the commentary while doing this, which does in fact affect my gameplay, despite what people seem to think when they're telling me I'm bad at video games. Yeah, see, getting butt hurt is not necessarily... Why does that hurt me? Oh yeah, these bows don't drop anything. How useful. Do I just ignore the snowballs or still get hit by them? If so, can I do something along the lines of this? Okay, that worked. I'm honestly more comfortable with the not big spiky Goron ball, but oh well. Crisis averted, and hopefully this temple shouldn't take me too long, because it's actually kind of simple once you know how it's all laid out, but it is horribly hard to blind run through. Of course, the next two temples are like my contenders for the... Well, actually, I don't know, all the temples in this game except Woodfall are kind of intimidating. I haven't done any of the last two in like 5 years, and I was religiously following a guide in my initial run-through of this game, and my only run-through of this game, besides this for that matter, and my practice run. Pretty sure you have to go in here first. Actually, no, you don't. Well, at least I remembered it. And I am entirely wrong. Cool, cool. There's something I'm remembering right, but it is not this. Anyway, there are some mediocre fairies in here. And there's really no reason to do it that way, but I did anyway. Tough. Okay, for some reason the Lens of Truth is like never used in this. It might be used once or something if in a way I can't remember, but not the most important item despite the fact you just got it. I mean, you never really use it extensively after this, and I don't think there's any reason I would need the ocarina for this dungeon. That's a difficult fairy. There's another fairy in here, and I cannot remember where it is, but